In a parallel circuit, such as the one shown in here, in which the components R1, R2, and R3 are parallel to each other, the voltage coming through to these components are equal to each other, such that in this connection, the total voltage is equal to the voltage coming through in component 1, the same in component 2 and in 3. Meanwhile, the current passing through the components will be shared among the components, such that I total is equal to I1 plus I2 and I3. And from Ohm's law, where V is equal to IR, from which I is equal to V divided by R, we can then substitute the equivalent of I, which is V divided by R, in here, so that we'll have Vt divided by RT equal to V1 over R1 plus V2 over R2, and the same as in 3, we have V3 divided by R3. Having known that the total voltage is equal to that in each of the components, then this will cancel out, right? And so the relationship of the total resistance to the individual resistance is this. Okay, so that if, for example, this is equal to 2 ohms, and that this is equal to 5 ohms, and this to be 10 ohms, and the total voltage is, say, 1.25, then from here we can solve for the total resistance. 1 divided by RT equal to 1 over 2 plus 1 over 5 plus 1 over 10, and the total resistance is equal to 1.25 ohms, and that the current will be determined from Ohm's law. (1.25) is the total voltage equal to total current and the total resistance, which is 1.25 ohms. Hence, the total current passing through is equal to 1 ampere. Okay, whereas we can determine the current passing through the individual components R1 and R2 as well as R3 from Ohm's law. Okay, so that I1 is equal to V divided by R. So for 1, the voltage is 1.25. It's the same throughout the total system as well as in the individual components. It's 1.25 volts divided by the resistance at 1, which is 2. This is equal to 0.625. amperes. For I2, we have 1.25 divided by 5. This is equal to 0.25 amperes. The current passing through the component 3 is 1.25 divided by 10. This is equal to 0.125 ampere. Okay.